severe clinical depression, severe anxiety, psychosis, and borderline personality disorder.
Sometimes I find communities, I find people who are going through the same thing, so I don't feel like I'm the only person who's going through that in the world, and that makes me feel better. Um, People always like go on walks, you think it's very ineffective, but it actually helps sometimes. So sometimes when I go on walks, it really helps. Listening to music, sleeping, I won't lie, sleeping makes me feel way better. And yeah, just distracting myself sometimes, that type of thing. My past relationships, just like the Taylor Swift song, "It's me, I'm the problem, it's me." Like, literally, before I used to think everyone else was the problem, but then I had to sit down and I'm like, okay, wait, but why is it always me? Sometimes when you question yourself, why me, you need to realize that sometimes you are the problem. So then that's how it was for me. I realized that I was the problem. I had to put more effort into maintaining stable relationships, both with my friends, with my family, with my exes. Like sometimes when I feel some words coming out, or I feel a slap coming out, or just something really little, I do my best to think about it. I try not to act out immediately, so that's what's helping. I sit down, assess the situation, think about how the different ways this can end. It can either end in a good way or a bad way, and obviously you don't want anything to end in a bad way, so you try to do your best to make sure it ends on a good note. With the instability in my relationships, it definitely always has to do with that feeling of like abandonment or worthlessness. I always feel like, okay, any minor inconvenience for them, they are going to leave me. They're just going to like be like, nah, this girl's not even worth it, or like, why am I even wasting my time with her? Or I'm tired of her, that type of thing. Like, tired of her. Like, every time I make new friends, I ask them, are you tired of me yet? Because I know that it might definitely happen and you just stop talking to me. Like, why was I even friends with this girl in the beginning? So then, especially with that feeling of abandonment, the fear of abandonment, that's literally what scares me the most in relationships. Because even when I have like true, genuine feelings for you, and I'm like, you I'd want to be this person's partner or friend forever, I just get scared that like they don't see me that way, so why should I bother? Sometimes I end up leaving you before you get a chance to leave me. Okay, I remember this past relationship I had. It was really good. It was a good relationship. He was a good boyfriend, but then he used to like he was still friends with his exes. So sometimes when I just see him post his ex on Snapchat, then I'm like, yeah, this boy's already cheating on me with his ex. So then that actually did lead me to actually cheat on him, because before I thought I was just like having fun and I wasn't ready for anything serious. But now, like thinking about it now, assessing everything, I'm like, nah, it's because I thought this dude was cheating on me undercover, or like flirting with his exes, or like, first of all, why are you friends with your exes? So I was like, okay, two can play that game. Then I just ended up cheating on him. definitely better than before, because before I used to be so insecure, especially about my weight and my face. But then now I'm too obsessed with myself. I feel like it's even becoming unhealthy. So I've never really, I mean, it was internal. I never really let anyone know I was insecure. I always used to project this I love myself thing. So I guess it was kind of like a fake it till you make it. But then I was self-aware that I was very, very insecure. And even though I do get insecure about some little things, it's definitely not to the point of hating myself for it. I just really learned to love myself and love my journey and love every part of me and every part that I keep discovering about myself. Insecurities triggered a depressive episode. I don't think so. Okay, they definitely were like insecurities, but it was just like a feeling of low self-worth. It was mostly my self-worth that triggered my episodes.
And how would you describe a depressive episode?
My depressive episodes, they weren't too long, or okay, maybe they were, but I just never really thought about it that okay, I'm having a depressive episode. Sometimes I just felt like I'm just like feeling lazy, or I'm not in the mood to do stuff, and it was like a continuous something. It wasn't only until when I finished my WASI and the results came out and I failed chemistry. I got an A in chemistry and E math, and I did well in the other subjects. So it was like for the course I wanted to do psychology in a different school. So for that I had to pass biology, chemistry, and either physics or E math. And I passed physics. I passed biology. I just didn't pass E math and chemistry. So it was like I can't get in because one of the required subjects I didn't pass. And it was really hard on me because my whole high school life I just tried to convince my mother that I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to go and do medicine. I want to do something else. So knowing that okay, I've gone through tantrums and fights and a lot and periods of running away from home to finally get to this point where she's like, okay, fine, pick the course you want to do. So then I picked the course I wanted to do and I'm not even getting in. And she was mad at me for it, like saying I intentionally failed. But why would I intentionally fail and not get the course I wanted to do? So when that happened, I was like in bed for like weeks. I wasn't bathing. I wasn't brushing my teeth. So before my teeth used to be really nice, but now I don't like it's not as white as it used to be, and it was because of that time. And I wasn't eating. I just used to like eat candy and drink water. That's all. So that was like the time I realized that oh dang, I have depression. Yeah. I think I have to be honest because of how I felt like okay, I have BPD, not bipolar, because you know how they are so similar in so many ways. So I also used to think, okay, what if I actually do have bipolar and not BPD? So I don't remember. Okay, in fact, I actually do. I feel like I have experience. I even was able to get it on camera, not like knowing I was just recording a YouTube video in school, and honestly before I was really depressed, so my room became a mess as usual. Then I just started to clean up and everything. So I was cleaning up, then I was shifting to the other realm. And for a period of time I was just like crazy happy over the top, like this happy mood, always smiling, calling people to check up on them and things. But before I was like, why isn't no one calling to check up on me, because I'm slowly dying. So I think I have experienced mania in a tiny form. No, not really, because people don't know what it is. A lot of people don't know. Maybe they've heard bipolar from movies and shows, but no one ever hears BPD. So I think that's why most of us struggle a lot, because it's not something that people have studied a lot or have like educated themselves on for a while. So it's like no one really knows how to go about it. But then, like I said, I try to look for communities, and you know how the algorithm works, it shows your best interest. So like most of the time when I go on Instagram, my feed, I see a lot of things relating to BPD, because I've decided to like follow accounts that talk about it and hashtags and things. So like when I open my phone, I see it, but then it's not a general something that you see people sharing ads on or things like that. So it's definitely not represented at all.